Who really deserves to be the Jets' starting quarterback? We are waiting to hear the decision from Aaron Glenn of Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor to be the starting quarterback for week number 4 against the Miami Dolphins. Now, first things first, we have to wait to see if Justin Fields clears concussion protocol. And in my opinion, I think it's really going to come down to that. Obviously, Justin Fields, if he clears protocol, he's probably going to get the starting nod. But I'm hearing some Jets fans tell me that Tyrod Taylor still gives the Jets a better chance to win. And if Justin Fields is healthy and he's cleared, it should be Tyrod over Justin Fields. Well, I got to debunk that right here in this video because I feel like some people really are having some interesting conversations amongst Jets fans. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, by the way, about this. Who do you think really deserves to be the starting quarterback? Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields, if Justin Fields is fully healthy? We heard from Aaron Glenn this week asked about this question, and he said, listen, all throughout the summer, Justin Fields is the starter, Tyrod Taylor is the backup, and Tyrod Taylor, in my opinion, he played like a backup quarterback last week. He went out there and absolutely pushed the ball down the field. He threw an interception. He turned the ball over. And then in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden, you're seeing a better version of Tyrod. It took him a little bit, but it felt like he was just holding on to the ball too long, not reading the field as well as we'd like. And if you want to put Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields and compare the two, their strengths and their weaknesses, what Justin Fields brings is the upside with his legs. Tyrod Taylor gives you that stable arm that you could push the ball down the field effectively. And I feel like it also comes to the entire system of Tanner Engstrand and this offensive coordinator. They got to be able to put these quarterbacks in the right situations to succeed. And I feel like a lot of Jets fans are putting these two quarterbacks against each other when they shouldn't. In my opinion, it's Justin Fields and then it's Tyrod Taylor as the backup. And I'm hoping that Fields is ready to go from Monday night because I really do believe that Justin Fields gives the New York Jets the best chance to win. And I know that Tyrod deserves some credit for his fourth quarter heroics, marching down the field, getting Garrett Wilson in the end zone, getting Alan Lazard in the end zone on 4th and goal. But I really do think that some Jets fans are just forgetting what Justin Fields did in week number 1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. What Justin Fields did. I mean, I absolutely am not going to forget that as a fluke, as it's just a one thing that we're never going to see again. Like, no, man, that was way too special of a game from Justin Fields to go out there and ball the way that he did against Pittsburgh. Now, of course, he goes out there against Buffalo and looks absolutely terrible, having a 1.1 QBR. It was bad. But now that there is 2 games of Justin Fields underneath his belt with this Jets team, with this coaching staff, I have a feeling this coaching staff can figure out what worked, figure out what didn't work. Now you have another game with Tyrod playing that you can use, that Justin Fields can watch the film. What did Tyrod do well? How can that, translate into my game? So really interesting to see where the Jets go. And there is no indication yet if Fields is even healthy enough to play. He has to clear concussion protocol. We do not know if he will be healthy or not. But I feel like Tyrod, the thing with him, you know what you're getting. There's not that, potential where you can have one of those breakout fun type of games. You know what you're getting. With Fields, at least there's an element of mystery. At least that's how I look at it. You don't know what to expect with Justin Fields because I don't know if we're going to get either the Steelers version against the Steelers week 1 or the Bills version week 2. Hopefully he can find a middle ground and be consistent because that's really what it comes down to. So many Jets fans are already looking into the 2026 NFL draft 3 weeks into the season to find their next quarterback. Listen, let's wait until after the year or maybe November, December before we start turning on the mock drafts and looking at the quarterback class. I mean, listen, I'm totally aware that the Jets could be going after a quarterback in the first round this year. I'm not ignorant to that, but I'm not looking at that right now. I want to see what Justin Fields looks like with this regime. I get that Jets fans are down and they're worrying about, the entire season already, that it should we tank? Should we not tank? I don't know, man. You guys let me know. So Jets fans, what matters more right now? Okay? Winning safe with Tyrod Taylor or betting on Justin Fields' ceiling? Let me know in the chat right now. Where do you stand on that? Because Tyrod goes out there and you just okay, he can win you a game. You feel good. But if Justin Fields goes out there and starts winning football games, we got something. We got something, man. And I really think this matchup against Miami is really favorable Like, the Dolphins are 0-3. They got their teeth kicked in by Indianapolis. They couldn't beat the Patriots in a high-scoring game. They were competitive against the Buffalo Bills last week. But I really do think that what this franchise needs is a quarterback to attach yourself to. And you look at what Justin Fields was able to do in that game against the Steelers. It wasn't just him running all over the place and getting rushing touchdowns and read options. Like, nah, that man was reading the defense. That man was going through his reads, making big throws across his body. That's the upside that I'm really excited about with Justin Fields. Now, going into the season, I had a very low expectation with him. I was going into this year, and I still have this mindset, prove me something before I absolutely say you're anything to be a franchise quarterback, because to this point, Justin Fields has not proved to be a franchise quarterback in this league, and that's just a fact. What he's done in Chicago, what he's done in Pittsburgh, and his limited sample size we've seen with the New York Jets. You're never going to be a franchise quarterback that's able to survive being a starter every single season if you're as inconsistent as Justin Fields. So that's definitely something that I'm looking at. Now, you look at the Miami Dolphins defensively, I really do think that Justin Fields has a chance to kind of pick that defense apart if he is the starter, which is why I really like the matchup. The Miami Dolphins defense, they got a nice front seven. They got Chop Robinson. They got some defensive line players, but their secondary, I mean, you got Minkah Fitzpatrick back out there, and that's it. I really do think that if Justin Fields wants to get comfortable through the air, it really is going to happen against the Dolphins if he's able to play. But it also starts up front with the offensive line in the run game. The Jets were able to look so good offensively against the Steelers in week number 1 because they were able to run the football and establish their identity on the ground. You look at around the NFL. Did you watch that Monday Night Football game between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens? That was absolutely crazy, the way the Detroit Lions established the line of scrimmage offensively and ran the football. 230-plus rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns between Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. That's a Jets fan dream right there, is to have 2 of our running backs, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, running all over the place. They both get 4 touchdowns. I mean, I know we're looking up at the Lions like that's what we want to become, but it's out there. It's out there. And the Detroit Lions is what we want to become. I know everyone likes to throw out Dan Campbell's record and Aaron Glenn's record when they were a Detroit Lion. They started off their career terrible. They were like 4-17-1 before they were able to get over the hump. And I think a lot of people are overanalyzing big-time things with this overall regime right now. And when it comes to these quarterbacks, the big question really is, do you want short-term stability or long-term development? And I feel like you got to get into the long-term development here. We know what Tyrod is. He's a 35-year-old veteran. He's been in this league for so long. But Justin Fields still has that element of surprise, still has that element of, hey, what if he goes out there and absolutely balls out and can show his ability? So that's why my vote is for Justin Fields. I really hope he is able to get healthy and ready to go for this overall game. He's got to be able to prove to stay healthy, of course, and he's got to be able to show consistency, because I was at that game week 1 at MetLife Stadium against the Steelers, and I just remember sitting in that stadium at MetLife thinking to myself, who is this guy? This is not the Justin Fields I saw in training camp. He looks absolutely unbelievable with the throws he was making, the ability to read the field, and maybe that was just the defense of the Steelers not having a game plan, not knowing how to prepare themselves for Justin Fields, and then the league found them out and just completely exploited every weakness that Fields has in week 2, which is what the Buffalo Bills did. So I think it's interesting, man. Now, so I just really feel like Jets fans, you guys let me know in the comments where your head is at with this. And I want to give a big shout out to Sleeper, the proud sponsor of Jets Media all throughout the season, folks. If you guys want to check out Sleeper, you guys can use my code JETS. You get a $100 deposit match up to $100 by using my code JETS. I really do appreciate it if you guys could do that by clicking the link at the top of the chat and signing up for Sleeper today by using my code. Terms and conditions apply, of course, so make sure you guys go check out that code. And signing up for Sleeper is a great way to do just that. Much love to Sleeper.